Whatever changes, whatever shifts around us, whatever the world decides to throw our way, there's one thing I've never once doubted, one constant that I'll trust until my final day. It's you and me, simple as that, simple as breathing. It's you and me, before the noise, before the rest. Cities will change, friends will come and leave us, but you and me remain the truest, the best. Part of every story I'm still writing, the one line that never gets erased. You and me, written first in every single page. I don't need to know what's coming, don't need the future mapped out clear. I just need to know that you'll be standing right beside me, always here. You and me, always, through whatever comes our way. You and me, always, that's the promise that I'll say every morning, every evening, every season, every year. You and me, always, that's the only thing that's clear. You and me, always, until there's no more always left. I have watched the world rearrange around us, watched the plans we made shift and bend and break, watched the certainty of yesterday's tomorrow become a different shape than what we thought we'd make. But through all of it, the rearranging and the bending, through every plan that changed its final form, you and me remained a quiet constant, the shelter that we built to weather every storm. I don't know what's coming in the years ahead of us, don't know the challenges we'll have to face, but I know that whatever comes, we'll face it together in the same and steady place. This is the vow beneath the vow we spoke, the one that doesn't need a special day. You and me, always, no matter what. That's the promise that I make and remake. You and me, always, through whatever comes our way. You and me, always, that's the promise that I'll say every morning, every evening, every season, every year. You and me, always, that's the only thing that's clear. Let the world keep changing fast around us, let the years keep turning, let them fly. I have found my anchor in the changing, I found the one thing that won't say goodbye. You and me, simple words, but they hold everything, every promise, every hope, every plan. You and me, always, isn't just a phrase, it's the truest sentence that I understand about this life, about this love, about the story that we're writing slowly, day by day. You and me, always, that's the only way. I wanna live, you and me, always. I'll say it every single day. You and me, always. Come whatever may, through the easy and the hard, through the laughter and the rain. You and me, always. That's my Maybe we'll live in the same small city. Maybe we'll move 1,000 miles from here. Maybe the years will take us somewhere different. Maybe the map will look completely unclear. But I'm not worried about the where of it, not worried about the city or the street, because the where has never been the thing that matters. The who beside me is the part that's complete. Wherever we end up, in whatever country, whatever language, whatever sky above, the constant isn't the location, it's the connection. It's you and me, it's always been our love. Some people need the roots to feel secure, need the same house, the same street, the same door. I just need the same person standing with me. That's the only home I'm looking for. You and me, always, no matter where we are. You and me, always, close or wide apart by far. The distance never changes what we always, always knew. You and me, always, wherever I am, I'm there with you. No matter where, no matter where. I have learned that home was never a location. Home is wherever I find your face. I have learned that distance is just a number that doesn't touch the love we've come to embrace. We could be in different rooms, different countries, different time zones, different worlds apart, and I would still feel just as close to you, because the closeness lives inside my heart. Not inside the miles, not inside the maps, not inside however far away you'd be. You and me always isn't about proximity, it's about the constancy of you and me. I don't fear the changes that life might bring us, don't fear the move and the shift in the unknown, because wherever this life takes us next, I know that I won't ever feel alone. You and me, always, no matter where we are. You and me, always, close or wide apart by far. The distance never changes what we always, always knew. You and me, always, wherever I am, I'm there with you. Let the world take us wherever it wants to. Let the road, wind, and the cities change. I have packed the one thing I need most into every single move, every single page of wherever this life decides to take us. I have packed this certainty inside that you and me will always find a way to stay connected, to stay tied, not by location, not by distance, but by something deeper, something true. You and me, always, no matter where, I'll find my way to you. You and me, always, no matter where we roam. You and me, always, you're the only home I will ever really need, no matter what the map says. You and me, always, wherever you are, that's where I'll be. No matter where, you and me, always, no matter where, always. was a time our stories ran on parallel lines. Separate paths, separate plans, separate names. And then one day, without a grand announcement, our parallel lines bent and joined the same direction, the same road, the same becoming. Two stories merging into one shared plot. I didn't lose my story when I found you. I just found the better version I had got. Wrong before, the version where it's lonely, the version where I'm writing solo page by page. Now every page has two names written on it. Now every chapter shares the stage. I used to think my story was complete alone. Used to think that solo was the only way to write. But two names on a page can tell a deeper story than one name ever could, however bright. You and me, always. Two names, one story, now you and me, always. I don't know any other how to live this life, to write these pages without your name beside my own. You and me, always, never alone, never alone again. Think about the story we are building, chapter after chapter, year by year. And I love that every page is both our fingerprints. Every plot twist, every moment of unclear direction, every triumph, every challenge is two names attached as two hearts in the fight. This isn't my story with a supporting character. This is our story, equally written, equally right. To take up space upon the page, to matter, to shape the plot, to carry equal weight. Two names, one story, written together. That's the only way I wanna create. Some people fear losing themselves in a partnership, fear that two names means one name fades away. But I have found that two names written together make both of us more visible, not less. Every day, you and me, always. Two names, one story, now you and me, always. I don't know any other how to live this life, to write these pages without your name beside my own. You and me, always, never alone. Someday they'll find the story, all the pages, all the chapters that we wrote side by side. And they'll see two names inseparable, entwined. Not because we lost ourselves, but because we tried to build something bigger than either name alone. Something that needed both of us to exist. Two names, one story, that's the legacy. That's the only inheritance on my list. I wanna leave behind a story, written well, written true, written full. Two names, one story. That's the only way I know to love. one story, beautifully told. Two names, one story, you and me, always. One story, one story. When the storm comes rolling in, unannounced and heavy, when the sky turns dark and the wind picks up its pace, don't worry about which way the rain will fall, because I know exactly where I'll find your face. Right beside me, not across some distance, not on the other side of what we're going through. We made a choice a long time ago to face it, whatever it would be, together, me and you. Same side of the storm is the only place I wanna stand. Same side of the storm, your hand inside my hand. Whatever weather comes to test our shelter, we'll weather it together. That's the plan. Some people run from storms in different directions. Some people let the weather pull them apart. But we made a different kind of choice between us, to stand together no matter where the storm starts. You and me, always on the same side of the storm. You and me, always. That's the shelter, that's the form our love decided to take when the easy days are gone. You and me, always standing strong, standing strong, standing strong, standing strong together. We have weathered storms that nearly broke the structure, storms that tested every promise that we made. And I won't pretend that staying close was simple. There were moments we both nearly walked away, but we chose the harder thing to stay and chose to standing on the same side through it all. 'Cause love that only works in sunshine isn't love that's built to ever truly stand tall. Through the years, through the real and raging weather, love that runs when things get hard isn't love at all. It's just affection waiting for convenience, and we wanted something stronger than that, something more. So when the next storm comes, and it will come, I already know exactly where I'll be, right beside you on the same side of whatever tries to pull apart. You and me, always on the same side of the storm. You and me, always. That's the shelter, that's the form our love decided to take when the easy days are gone. You and me, always standing strong. I don't know what storms are still ahead of us, don't know what tests our love still has to face, but I know that every single storm we've weathered there's only strength and never shook our place. Standing here together side by side, united, not divided by the wind, not pulled apart by rain. Every storm that tried to separate us just proved that we were built to stay on the same side. Always, no matter how it howls. Always, no matter how it tries. Always, oh, you and me. Always on the same side of the storm. That's not just a promise, that's the shape our love has formed. Through every test, through every trial, through every hard and heavy weather, you and me, always standing strong together, same side, always, same side, always, you and me together. I don't know how many years we get to share together. Nobody gets a guarantee on time, but I know that for however long this life will give us, I'll spend every single moment that is mine. Choosing you beside you, building with you, whether that's 40 years or just a few. I would rather have a shorter life completely with you than a longer one without the love I knew. The moment that I found you, found my answer, found the only certainty I'll ever need. You and me, always, for however long, forever decides that we get to be. I'm not afraid of time running out on us. I'm grateful for every single day we get, because every day with you feels like a gift that I will never ever take for granted, never forget. You and me, always, until there's no more time. You and me, always, that's the only right this life has ever given me, that made complete and perfect sense. You and me, always, until the very end, and maybe even after that, if love can find a way. I think about the day that one of us gets older, the day our hands aren't quite as steady as they were, and I know that even then, even slower, even softer, I'll still be reaching for you, still be sure that whatever this life has left to offer us, I wanna spend it sitting next to you, watching the same sunset, holding the same hand, saying the same words that have always rung true. You and me, always, isn't just a phrase for the easy years, the young and golden days. It's a promise for the whole entire journey, including every single one of our last days. I wanna be there, holding your hand at the ending, whenever that ending decides to come, because you and me, always, means exactly that. It means until we're done. You and me, always, until there's no more time. You and me, always, that's the only it's over. I want you and me to still be true, still be always, still be choosing, still be finding our way back to each other, across whatever comes, across whatever waits. You and me, always, even past the gate of this life into whatever's next. You and me, always, that's my final, truest vow. You and me, always, yesterday, tomorrow, now, whatever comes hereafter, whatever waits beyond this place. You and me, always, I'll know you by your face. Even there, you and me, always, you and me, always, always, no matter what, always, you and me, always, forever. We're not the same two people who fell in love that first time. We've changed in ways we couldn't have predicted then. New fears have replaced the old ones, new dreams have replaced the dreaming. We've grown into different versions again and again of who we used to be when this whole thing started. And I love that we've never had to grow apart. I love that every version of you I've witnessed has only made me love you more, has only changed my heart into something deeper, something wiser, something steadier than the love we had when we were young and new. Through every version of us, every change, every season, I've never once stopped choosing you. Some people fear the changing, fear becoming different, fear that growth might mean the ending of what's known. But every version of you I have witnessed has made me feel more closely, deeply, truly shown. Through every version of us, you and me, always. Through every change, every season, you and me, always. The faces in the mirror change, the dreams we hold rearrange, but the love between us stays the same. You and me, always. Through every version of who we'll come to be. I think about the version still ahead of us, the ones we haven't met yet, haven't become older, wiser, maybe slower, maybe softer. Different challenges, a different kind of run through this life. But through every single version, I already know the constant we will keep. You and me, choosing each other again and always. Through the waking and through every kind of sleep, we'll find ourselves, and through the years ahead of us, I don't fear the changing, I embrace it now. Because I know whatever version of me arrives, I'll find your hand still reaching out somehow. This is the deepest kind of promise I can offer. Not that we'll stay the same, but that we'll grow together. Through every version, every change, every becoming, you and me, always, no matter the weather. Through every version of us, you and me, versions of us that started this story feel distant and far. I wanna look at you and recognize completely every version we've been. Every single scar and every joy, every change, every growing that brought us to this moment. Standing here, you and me, through every version always. That's the promise that I'll hold most dear. Not because we never changed, but because through every change we never stopped choosing each other.